Hi everyone, welcome to Storytime. My name is Miss Lauren and this is Kataya. She's an American Sign Language interpreter and she's going to be joining us to present our Storytime today. And we're celebrating Women's National History Month. And today we're going to talk about Mary Anning, the first paleontologist, and her daring discoveries. But first, to help celebrate sign language too, we're gonna sing our ABCs in sign language with our hands because sometimes people who are deaf and hard of hearing use their hands to communicate with the world. Will you guys help me sing our ABCs? Great, here we go. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Great job, you guys. That was amazing. Well, let's get started with our book. Today, our book is called Dinosaur Lady, and it's the daring discoveries of Mary Anning, the first paleontologist. And it was written by Linda Skiers. Dinosaur Lady. Mary Anning dodged high tides and crashing waves to scour the beach. This was near her hometown of Lyme Regis, England. She filled her basket with curiosities to sell to tourists. These were things like seashells and fossils with fanciful local names like snake stones and devil toenails and angel wings. She scrambled over crumbling cliffs and rocky peaks while avoiding life-threatening landslides. Despite the constant danger, Mary wasn't afraid. She was determined to uncover the area's long-buried secrets. Mary learned to read and write at Sunday school, but she wanted to learn more. She had so many questions about the bones and fossils she found. She needed answers. She borrowed books and copied papers. She sketched intricate drawings of her discoveries. One morning, when Mary and her brother were exploring the cliffs, they saw something surprising. Nestled in the rock was a large eyeball, and it was looking right back at them. Carefully, they chiseled away dirt and stone to expose a 4-foot-long head with a pointed snout. Hundreds of teeth. But Mary wasn't scared. She was fascinated. They asked workers from the village to help dig it out and carry home. While the men returned to their work, Mary set out to find the creature's body. It had to be buried nearby. Day after day, Mary scrambled over the cliffs. Week after week, she searched. After almost a year, Mother Nature lent Mary a helping hand. The powerful wind and pounding rain from a devastating storm caused several landslides. In one night, the cliff's ancient layers were exposed. Layers that would have taken Mary years to uncover with her hammer. But something caught Mary's eye. Bones! Mary chipped away and uncovered ribs. Flippers! Was it a crocodile? A fish? Maybe a lizard? But no, Mary had discovered a creature that was never seen before. Was she scared? No. Not at all. But many of the villagers were. Soon they were talking about Mary's monster. Word traveled to a rich collector who offered to buy the skeleton. Mary hated to see it go, but the money would help the family survive for months. The collector donated it to a London museum, and scientists and geologists flocked to the exhibit. They studied it, debated, and they named it Ichthyosaurus, which meant fish lizard. The word dinosaur hadn't been invented yet. They made an announcement that shocked the world. Mary's find wasn't just old, it was millions of years old. Their declaration shattered the commonly held belief that the Earth was only 6,000 years old. Also, no one had realized that a species could become extinct until they studied the remains of a creature who no longer walked the Earth. While others discussed her discovery, Mary kept exploring and learning. When Mary was 24, she made another amazing discovery. This creature didn't have legs or flippers. It had wings. Mary had unearthed a prehistoric flying reptile. It was called a pterosaur. Around the world, scientists were talking about Mary's incredible discoveries. But they weren't talking about Mary. Not at first. Even though Mary could identify a species from one single bone and rebuild an entire skeleton like a jigsaw puzzle, she couldn't join the Geological Society of London. Women were not allowed. She couldn't attend lectures or teach university classes. She couldn't even take a class. But Mary knew her discoveries were important and would change the way people viewed the Earth's past. And so did many geologists, scientists, and scholars. Because where did they go when they had questions? To Mary. Eager to learn more, they followed her over the cliffs, even if it terrified them. And it did. Just like long-buried fossils, Mary's achievements have slowly been uncovered and shared with the world. Her daring discoveries helped form paleontology, the branch of geology that uses fossils to study prehistoric life. And she did all of that with a homemade hammer, a chisel, and a never-ending quest to fearlessly keep exploring and learning. That was Dinosaur Lady, the daring discoveries of Mary Anning, the first paleontologist. All right, guys, so that wraps up our story for today, but Miss Lauren has prepared crafts that you can come pick up at the Hammond branch and our grab and go kits. Today we're gonna make our own fossils. You'll have a black piece of construction paper, and then the outline of one of the dinosaurs. So if you cut out your dinosaur and trace it on your construction paper with a piece of chalk that's provided, then you can use the Q-tips that will also be in your kit and cut them up and make them look like bones. And you'll have your own fossil. I hope to see you guys soon. Let's give a big round of applause to Kataya. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. See you soon.